So for me, one of the joys of working with Metal Talk over the last few years is discovering new areas of heavy metal, having spent far too long previously in a narrow corridor range of bands. One area that is always epic for me is that of symphonic metal. Its orchestral impact, impressive, and the marriage of riffs, bass, and drums with a female, often operatic voice is something you can really immerse yourself in. One of the great proponents of this style is DELAIN, and I'm thrilled to be joined by Martijn Westerholt to discuss the re-emergence of the band and their wonderful new album, Dark Waters. Martijn, welcome to Metal Talk, sir.
Thank you so much for having me in your show.
That's cool. You're based in the Netherlands. I lived and worked in Venlo for about 18 months a few years back. And I really love the relationship between the Netherlands and live music, especially in the summer. There would be like plenty of free shows funded by local councils, I believe. Yeah,
that's true.
That's something we could learn about in the UK.
Well, I think in the UK you have really cool festivals as well, that we don't have in the Netherlands.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Just go back to last year when you made the live debut with the new lineup in Switzerland. Yeah. How did you feel about the rebirth of the band?
Yeah, it's sometimes I can still not believe it, because there have been moments that I thought, okay, this is it. This is at the end of the road for DELAIN. And here we are, and so much happened, a big roller coaster. We also had this tiny thing called COVID, of course. People might know. So I'm really grateful and incredibly happy that we're back. And I'm also not taking it for granted,
Right.
It's important. Count your blessings.
Yes. I mean, 2021 was a difficult year for you. But where you are now, I mean, I love the voice and style of Diana Leah on the new album. You must have been overjoyed to find her and realize that she's such an awesome fit for the band.
Oh, thank you so much for your kind words. And I completely. I feel like a really lucky guy. You really have to be work hard, but you also need to be lucky to find the right people at the right time. And that really happened.
Cool. And again, to work again with Ronald and Sander, that must have been exciting. Can you talk about how that came about and how you filled the bass slot?
Yeah, sure. I know Sander and Ronald for years, indeed, when they played with me in DELAIN, and we always kept in touch. And so it was a very organic thing that with the rebuilding of DELAIN to involve them in that. But it was actually them that told me, hey, why not continue as a band? Because I did not expect them to have the space for that in their lives. Because, playing in a band like DELAIN takes a lot of time, and you really have to adapt your life for that. It's very demanding, and I love it, but I don't want to expect that of everybody as well. But to my surprise, they wanted it very much, and therefore that was amazing, and I'm really happy to work with them again.
And the results are brilliant. Yeah, Dark Waters is great, and it's still got that DELAIN DNA. Yeah, I mean, how did you feel on release day? Are you happy with the feedback from the fans so far?
I am beyond happy. Yeah, I could not have dreamed that the response would be like this. Of course, you do your best and you have faith, because otherwise you wouldn't do it. But to get this response from our fans is very, very special. So I'm beyond happy.
Cool. And releasing the first single, the Quest and the Curse, that must have been an epic moment for you and the band as well.
Yeah, it was kind of a bit nerve-wracking. I think it was kind of the most nerve-wracking moment of my career, because that's indeed the moment when you present the band to the crowd, to your fans, and see if people like it, and if they indeed also feel, okay, this has all the DELAIN DNA present that is needed to continue. So that was a very special moment, and I was relieved to see the comments and hear people about it, and that they liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really great song to choose as the first one. Yeah, when you know, just the impact of it. Yeah, it's one that really catches you straight away. I mean, that's it. I can understand you being nervous, yeah, but it must have been exciting as well, yeah, to share that first new music.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it was a healthy mixture of being nervous and excited about it. And indeed, we really chose this song because it highlights everybody, you know, so it's a good introduction to all the members.
And obviously, you're working with Napalm Records, yeah. How's that relationship going? Have they always been supportive leading up to the release?
Yes, they never lost faith, and that means a lot to me. They always supported me and told me, "Hey, Martijn, if you want to and if you can, please continue." And so I really felt supported and backed by them. And indeed, we have a long working relationship for almost a decade now. And yeah, so it's great to be at Napalm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool to hear. I mean, yeah, they do shout your successes to Metal Talk. You know, they're always quite keen to point out that the second single Beneath, yeah, has had well over a million video views. You know, it's a really cool statistic.
Yeah, no, true. No, you know, it's funny because you never really hear artists say, "My record company is awesome and rocks," because you know, of course, there are always some struggles as well. But that's like in life, you know, you always have some struggles, and sometimes you have your cool moments, and that's part of life.
I was that's nice. I mean, I was listening to the album again today, and you know, if you look at a track like Mirror of the Night, I mean, that's just a great track. I really love Diana's harmonies on there. But her phrasing of the lyrics, yeah, is really wonderful as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, we also have the luck that that Diana also lived for years in Canada. So like speaking English all the time, and that's an important thing that we and yeah, you know, because if you have a huge accent like me, my accent is terrible. I'm very well aware of it, but fortunately, I don't have to sing. So that really helps.
I mean, there's some great lyrics on there as well on that particular track. Yeah, you know, she's rhyming eternalized with hyperbolized at the start of lines in the second verse. I read that your American wife likes poetry and metal and worked on the song lyrics. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. You are well prepared. True. True. No. Another thing I'm so incredibly lucky with is that I'm married to a native English speaker, and she's from California, and she loves language poetry. She's a huge fan of Tolkien as well, and yeah, one of the greatest linguists ever. Um, and so we're very lucky to have her to write the lyrics. And when Diana joined, they also worked together. Also, Diana wrote some lyrics, and it's a wonderful cooperation and a blessing that she's part of the writing process.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I mean, if you look at the quest and the cursed, yeah, there's a Demios and Phobos, yeah. So you're into Greek mythology. Is that the influence of your wife as well?
Yes, yeah, because she loves that kind of stuff as well, and very much fantasy driven, inspired, but indeed also very metal inspired. She loves metal bands like Insomnium and Camelot, and well, a lot of them.
That's really cool. I mean, my wife's Slovakian, yeah, so we have to listen to Slovakian radio in the kitchen, and I'll tell you, there's some really shocking music coming out there. So that's you're lucky.
Sounds very interesting. I'm curious to hear that.
Well, yeah, okay. Tainted Hearts. That's a song that I love as well. There's a great riff, a really big sound, yeah, with Diana sprinkling her magic over it. Invictus is cool as well, and you're joined by Marco.
Yes, yeah. Marco and I go back a long time, and he has been, of course, a guest for DELAIN on numerous records, like several records. So he's kind of part of the furniture, so to say. And yeah, he went through a difficult time as well. So I'm also really honored that he was willing to contribute on our record now. That's really special. So I flew to Spain to record his vocals because he lives in Spain nowadays. And yeah, that was a wonderful experience. And man, it's always so surprising to hear the results when he's done with singing. It's always great.
And just picking up on another track, The Cold. Yeah, that's another magnificent song. I really love that one. There's so much in there. Yeah, wonderful build up. Diana sings, I'm awaiting the sunrise to awaken my frozen heart for you, but the dead of the night deepens the cold. And the way she hangs out that, the last word, the cold, yeah, it's quite emotional, and it's a goosebump moment. Yeah, it's a Kippenvel.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear that you noticed that, and it's one of my favorite parts of that song as well. And it's also one of my favorite songs on the record. It really turned out really cool. Yeah.
Great. I mean, I think it's a real positive album. It's one that's really good in the headphones, especially when you crank the volume up. I wish you absolutely all the best fortunes with this. You've got some dates coming in the UK in April, 21st of April in Manchester and 22nd of April in London. I mean, how much are you looking forward to getting out on tour again?
Oh, playing in the UK is always special. Somehow DELAIN got such a huge following in the UK, and it's very important. And of course, those are only 2 dates, but I already want to spoil that we're working on a dedicated UK and Ireland tour with more dates later on. But this is kind of the how do you say, the entree?
Yep. Yeah, first chance to hear the new lineup. I mean, I plan to catch you in London. How are you balancing the set between Dark Waters and the earlier albums? Is that going to be a surprise, or can you shed some light on that?
Yeah, sure. Good question. Actually, we also want to involve the fans a little bit in that and ask them what they would like to hear to get an idea about that. And I really see a happy marriage, a good combination in front of me with new songs and songs from our catalog, like older songs. So I want to play both, and I also think that's what people want to hear, the old and the new stuff. And I can't wait.
Well, you never want to forget your past, do you? How are you? How can fans get involved in that?
We on social media, we're gonna post about it and really ask them what their preference is. Perhaps we're gonna even put on a poll that people can vote, and then we can take that into consideration and put it in the set list.
Okay, cool. Well, I'll keep my eye out for that. Yeah, wonderful. I mean, thanks for your time, Martin. Best of luck. Any messages for the fans?
Yeah, thank you so much too, by the way, for having me in your show. And yeah, I want to thank the fans for keeping an open mind to this new record with the changes in the lineup, and we received so much positive energy and positive messages from people. It's, again, as I said earlier, it's beyond anything we could have hoped for. So we're really grateful for that.
No, that's nice. That's nice. I mean, it is a great album. I really love it. And 2021 may have been shit, but this is a real good start to 2023. So I wish you the best of luck. We look forward to seeing you on tour. And thank you for your time with Metal Talk today.
Thank you too. Cheers.
Awesome. Cheers. Thank you.